Hello YouTubers, and today I'm reviewing this, which is History of the Daleks set number 21, Eve of the Daleks, which, yeah, pretty odd that we've skipped all the way to Eve of the Daleks, showing that, you know, the history thing going in order, all a load of bullshit. But, yeah, let's get on to actually, you know, reviewing these two Daleks. Now, these two Daleks are completely identical to each other. There is no differences between the two of them, which we haven't had since, I think Revelation, I think was the last one where we got two that were identical. And, yeah, these are meant to be from, you know, obviously Eve of the Daleks. And the thing, you know, these are the Executioner Daleks, so they've got these new guns on them. There we go. The amount of weathering you'll see on these kind of depends from set to set. But you can see the little gun turrets there, and they do look pretty good. I know there's been a lot of 3D printed ones, including 3D printed claw attachments as well. The claw here is in an interesting state because it's kind of half open. Basically, it's not fully open, it's only like partly open. Interestingly, I did rewatch Eve of the Daleks last night in preparation for this review because, and also I looked at all the Dalek scenes from Revolution of the Daleks, and not a single time during the episodes, the two specials, did the Daleks open up their claws. Not at all. In the behind the scenes for Revolution of the Daleks, you can see them opening up their claws, and in fact there's actually a publicity image from Revolution of the Daleks where you can see there the claw, and you can see that it opens quite a bit more than what it is in the figure. It would have been nice if maybe one of them was closed, one of them was open. So you got both variants, but it is nice that we do get the new attachments. Also, Alduar, I seem to remember you saying, what was it? Oh yeah, that there's no money in the B&M sets to do new attachments for Daleks. Even though this was in the same podcast, you know, where you talked about the new River Song head that you did last year. So, can I just reiterate this again? Why was the Assault Dalek given its old claw and not a new one made? You know, just seeing where you can clearly, you know, do two new attachments here. But I digress with that. Now, with these Daleks, you might notice the colour is very, very dark. And if I just get some previous releases, so this is last year's release. And you can really see the difference between the two of them there. And here is, I think this is Progenitor Guard one, if I remember rightly. You can really tell, like, how dark these Daleks are. They're very, very dark. Darker, in fact, I think, than the chocolate-coloured Assault Dalek from 2007's San Diego Comic-Con. The question is, are they accurate? Well, not to Eve of the Daleks. Not to Eve of the Daleks, they're not. Because, again, I did some research into this, and here is the best behind-the-scenes photo from Eve of the Daleks, and you can see they're nowhere near that dark. Nowhere near. I'd say they're darker than the Moffat-era Daleks a bit, but nowhere near as much as that. However, they do match, and here's a good publicity photo. This is one of the 4 Daleks that was made for Power of the Doctor. Basically, if you don't know, in Power of the Doctor, 4 new Dalek props were made, and also a couple of old ones were also brought back in as well to make up the numbers. Why they made 4 new props when they had plenty to hand anyway? No idea. Probably convenience is probably the thing. But yeah, these match those ones much better, the ones in Power of the Doctor. But they don't match at all the ones in Eve of the Daleks. And I think Alduar's getting confused with lighting again, because Eve of the Daleks, you know, it's all set in a storage warehouse. And for the most part, the lights are dim. But even when the lights are on, they're nowhere near this colour. Nowhere near this colour. This, again, it matches the ones from Power of the Doctor quite well, the new props that were made, which are very, very dark, you know, contrasting between. That dome light is a little bit wonky on that one, but yeah, it is a bit odd. And they are clearly, you know, based on those specific props, because if we take a look at this Dalek here, he has Dalek 6 ID, pretty much, which is correct. One Dalek in that story does have one, and then this other one's got a more, you know, generic type one, but that is actually correct. If we again go to the props here, the 3 props that we used, you can see this one here, that one has the more Dalek Sec ID, and I think it's based on that one there, that ID tag, because it looks more like that one and less like that one. But yeah, you can also see, obviously, their, you know, all their claws and that are closed, even in the behind the scenes. Yeah, don't know why they never utilised the claws during the Chibnall era, but yeah, these claws are incredibly bendy as well. Try and get them straight. They should technically be a bit thicker as well. Slightly thicker, because by the looks of it, the tube or pipe or whatever you want to call it, you know, that houses the claw, this section here, is actually a bit thick. It seems a little bit thin in proportion. And basically what it looks like they've done is just remodeled the end bit where the plunger was. Let's try and straighten it out and that a bit, but it does keep wanting to bend. It is a nice thing, but, you know, they are nice that we do get the new attachments here, but again, they don't match this Dalek. And obviously, you know, because of the colour, they don't match the ones in Revolution of the Daleks either. And obviously they don't match Power of the Doctor, because they've got the machine gun turret, and they've also got plungers in Power of the Doctor. So if you take one of the previous Dalek releases and, you know, swap a plunger with that, then basically then, you know, you'll swap the plunger and the gun, you'll get a more accurate one from Power of the Doctor, and probably a more accurate one from Eve of the Daleks in comparison as well. In fact, you know what? Let us do exactly what I just said right now. Thankfully, they're still removable, and that just as easy as previous releases were. Ooh. There we go. Thankfully, nothing's changed about the ball joints, and there we go. Pop that gun out. Ooh, there we go. And hey ho, there you go. There's one from Power of the Doctor. And to be honest, the bronze Dalek that was released last year in the Parting of the Ways set, which was History 19, was it? I honestly can't remember off the top of my head which one that was. There we go. But there we go. We'll pop that one in there, and while it's still not the right colour, and that it is a closer match to how it looked, and this one is now a much closer match to how it looked as well. So yeah, it's weird, because it is weird that, you know, we've got 2 Daleks here which have new attachments, which is nice, but the colour is based on a colour that they didn't have on screen in that story. Yeah, this is a bit of an odd one, to be honest. And I don't know how I feel about the colour, because it is very, very dark. It is accurate to it, but it's not my favourite bronze, to be honest. I much prefer these ones to these ones, essentially. I don't know what it is about them, actually. I don't know, maybe they may grow on me over time. But yeah, it is just a bit of a weird thing, to be honest, to get those things wrong with that. But anyway, would I recommend this set, to be honest? In terms of accuracy, it has the elements of accuracy there. It just, in that combination, it isn't, basically. So, I'd say, you know, if you want them to be accurate, then basically swap the plunger and the gun. Swap them for a plunger and a regular gun, and there you go, you've got Wongs and Power the Doctor that accurate. And it's nice to have a turret type attachment on there for the executioner Daleks. So yeah, as I said, these are just about starting to hit stores and that now, so, you know, hopefully you'll be able to pick one up soon. Do not pay eBay prices, because some people are. I've no idea why, but yeah, that's it for this review, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.